instructions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
From the gun, Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Hill. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across mid.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Now Hill. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
It's the score, Buccaneers 7.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football. Play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Incomplete.
But instead, third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Gibson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Brought down at the 42.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down now, it's Love. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On the return, it's White. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second and 12, Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Jackson on third and long. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Second and inches at the 42-yard line.
Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends.
This is Love, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bucs 43-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They begin the drive with Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now a timeout taken.
44-yard line.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 44, Jackson. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flushed out right, and that's incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
They run the counter. Love. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Second and 7 at their 49-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
The kicker.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Love. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the...
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, here's Love. He's to the 10. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run with Love. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the...
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A gain of 2.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jackson from the shotgun. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to
15 yards on the play, first down.
15. And a Buccaneer first down.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Is good.
And he's able to put it through.
Score Buccaneers 21. Washington, nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
23 yards on the play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Buccaneers' 42-yard line.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 85 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10. At their
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
I can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bust through the tackle. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On the counter, it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And this will be taken at the 13. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bucs,